So hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I want to talk about why you are not a fighter, and if you are a fighter, why you should stop calling yourself one. If you're interested in that, please keep watching. So hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amber, aka The Sassy Entrepreneur, and today I want to talk about why you need to stop calling yourself a fighter. And so in previous videos, I talked about how I have gone through some shifts and changes in my life this year, and we're more than halfway through the year, and I wanted to share some major lessons that I've learned this year. And calling myself a fighter was a major lesson that I learned this year, the reason why I should stop calling myself a fighter. Now, if you're interested in learning about that, I'm about to spill the tea on why you need to stop calling yourself a fighter. So grab yourself some tea or some coffee with some cacao powder in it, and let's discuss. So why you need to stop calling yourself a fighter. So one of the things that I've learned this year is that, for all of my life, I've always called myself a fighter. And that's something that I really took pride in, calling myself a fighter and being a fighter. But one thing that I've learned this year is that, we are co-creators of our lives, right? So anything that we think, say, do, we are creating that reality for ourselves. So I'm thinking you know where I'm going with this. So for a long time, and this is how I was raised, is that you stand up for yourself and you fight and you don't allow people to take advantage of you and this, that, and the other. And that was honestly something that I really took pride in. I was like, I'm a fighter. I don't allow people to take advantage of me, because for a long time, especially when I was younger, I was extremely nice and I was taken advantage of a lot of times. I kind of developed the mentality, the mindset of being a fighter. And one of the things that I realized is that it had gotten so bad, this fighter mentality had gotten so bad that I found myself imagining situations where I would have to fight. I know that sounds weird to some people, but it had became so ingrained in me and so part of who I was at that time that it wasn't weird. It wasn't weird. I would be like, in the morning, I would think of situations where I would have to stand up for myself. I would have to fight. Situations where I didn't want to be taken advantage of. And I was creating these situations in my head where I was going to have to fight and stand up for myself. I was imagining all of this. And I'm like, one day I was like, why am I doing this? No one's ever said anything to me. Nothing's even happened yet. I'm just going into things expecting the worst and what I'm going to say when that worst happens. And that's not a good thing. But I had been so conditioned to be a fighter and to stand up for myself that I was just creating these things and situations and circumstances in my head where I would have to stand up for myself and fight. And I had gone through a spiritual awakening, and a lot of things were, let's just say, revealed to me about how life works and how we manifest things into our existence. And one of the things that I've learned is that our reality, our situations, our circumstances are a mirror of what's going on in our heads. Our thoughts create our reality. So it made me think, okay, I'm a fighter. If that's something that I affirm for myself, that I'm a fighter, I am calling into my existence situations and circumstances in which I will have to fight and stand up for myself. And who wants that? I had encountered a lot of challenges and situations in my life, especially in business, that I had to stand up for myself. I had to fight, and I couldn't understand why it just seemed so challenging, where I would have these situations that seemed like they just came out of nowhere. knowing now, I know that they don't come out of nowhere, but at the time, they seemed like they came out of nowhere. And I was like, there has to be something within me that's causing these situations to keep manifesting in my reality. And I had to go back. I had to backtrack to, okay, why are these things? Because at the end of the day, the common denominator was me. I mean, taking full responsibility and accountability for myself. The common denominator was me in these situations. So if I can take responsibility of my role in all of this, then I have the power to change it. It's interesting to know that sometimes in life, we want to say we're a hustler and we have to work hard and we have to be a fighter and all of these things that can be somewhat noble. But are you creating a reality that doesn't need to be? Like, think about it. If you call yourself a hustler, you call yourself a fighter, are you manifesting the fact that you have to work really, really hard night and day to find success? Or you call yourself a fighter, or you manifesting situations into your life where you then have to prove that you are a fighter. Made me think and made me take a step back and say, no, I am not a fighter. I am not a fighter. I don't need to fight. Life is easy. Life should be easy. I don't need it to make it harder for myself. And that is a major lesson that I learned this year. And so I wanted to share that because I thought it was very, very powerful that I even recognized that. And I'm so grateful that I did. I want to encourage you, if there are things in your life where you say that things have to be hard, perhaps that is creating the reality where things have to be hard in your life. So always think about those things, because your words are so powerful. Your thoughts are so powerful. So always think about the things that you're creating in your reality and in your life. So that's all I have for this video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you found value in it. If you did, give this video a thumbs up. I hope you subscribe to my channel. I do videos on entrepreneurship, life, and beauty. Until next time, I will check you in the next video. Peace.